Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Sorry that it's taken me so long to get here, but I do not want to waste any time with introductions or any of that baloney, so I'm just going to dive right into our first topic, which is going to be periods. And today I'm not only going to cover some natural remedies for your PMS symptoms, but also some natural alternatives to tampons and pads. So here we go. The first topic that I want to touch on is tampons specifically. I'm going to go over some things that you guys might not know about tampons first, and then I'm going to give you guys some alternatives. Keep in mind that all of the links from the websites and blogs that I did all my research on, I will be posting in my description so that you guys can also go and read up on those as well. So the first thing I want to talk about with tampons, a lot of things that I personally didn't know, so I'm sure you guys didn't know of. So cotton that businesses and corporations use for tampons are usually grown with lots of pesticides to make sure that the crop isn't totally eaten by the time they pick it. However, those pesticides cannot be extracted from the cotton after they've been put in, so a lot of times those pesticides remain within the cotton when made into tampons. Not only that, but usually cotton is bleached before it is made into a tampon to create that white fluorescent glow that the tampons usually have. This produces dioxins as a byproduct. I had no idea what that was, so I did a little bit more research. It happens to be in the same family as Agent Orange, and that's shown to lead to immune system suppression as well as abnormal cell growth, which is awful for you. Dioxins are also known to be very popular environmental pollutants. So if they can destroy the ozone layer, imagine what it is doing to your body. A huge issue around this topic specifically is that there are no mandatory safety regulations in relation to the production of tampons, so nobody knows most of this stuff because they don't have to tell us. The only tests that they even do on tampons to make sure that they're safe are their absorbency levels. So there are no tests done on the pesticides, the bleaching, the dioxins, any of that. We don't have any tests for that. At least no regulation tests. I mean, obviously people test that, but there's no set guidelines to make sure that we're being protected. On top of that, they also don't have to disclaim what ingredients are in these products. The only companies that do disclaim what are in them are usually organic companies, so you don't even need to worry about it. So companies that usually don't disclose the information on what is inside their tampons are the most dangerous, so please be careful about that. They also don't have to disclose how it's being produced either. A lot of tampons can be made from non-cotton fibers such as rayon, viscose, and wood fluff. These types of products, cotton doesn't do this, but these types of cotton-like fibers can actually shed inside of you and lead to toxic shock syndrome and also other bacterial infections that can get into your bloodstream and affect your health as a whole, not even just your vagina. Which is really, really scary. But organic cotton tampons and other menstrual products are tightly interlocked, and pure cotton doesn't shed inside of you. So I've actually comprised a couple of lists here, as well as some of the sites that I got some of this information from. Well, all of the sites I got this information from will be in the description, so you guys can do your own research. I just picked the top 3 products for a couple of things so that you guys can keep in mind. So I did some research on some natural organic tampon options. These are just brand names. Most of these you can find in actual normal Walmart's or Kroger's. They're usually a very, very, very small section and kind of tucked away. However, if you can't find these options at your actual store, you can always get online and order these things. But so the top 3 natural organic tampon options are NatraCare, Maxim, and Heuristics. Okay, got it. I'll also link those down below so that you guys can dive deeper into that. That's just for organic cotton tampon options. I'm also going to go into menstrual cups. When I was talking to some of you guys about making this video, you suggested that I test out the menstrual cups. And I plan on doing so. However, my period is actually extremely irregular because of my weight. If I don't if I don't weigh more than 115, I don't get a period. And since I have been about 100 to 104 the past 5 to 6 months, I haven't had a period in 5 or 6 months. So once I reach that like 115, 120 weight mark and I finally get my period again, I will test that out for you guys and I'll let you know what I think. So stay tuned for period part 2. But just some research that I did on the menstrual cups either way without testing them. I know that the Diva cup is #1, and that's not only from my research but also from talking to some people that also use this. One of my Instagram inspirations, her account actually got taken down a couple of months ago, and she is yet to create another one, which I totally applaud. But I do still follow her on Snapchat, and she's an avid no tampons Diva cup user, and she even posts about it on her Snapchat. You just rinse it out. It's like a little meshy plastic thing, and it does not mess with your pH balance. It is totally safe to put inside of you, but it's a natural way to collect that blood without having to shove weird fibers that you don't actually know that have been bleached and stuffed with chemicals inside of you. Some other options for menstrual cups are Lunette and the Angie and Eva cup. I'll link all of that below so that you guys can get lists of those things. You can also order those online. Usually they don't sell those in normal stores like Walmart, but you can still find them. I think it's very, very rare. I know that I was in Walmart a couple of weeks ago and I did see a very small section. I think they had like 2 options. I don't know if they have these brands though, so just keep that in mind. Do your research before you buy any of these organic products, because you do want to verify that they're organic, or else you're really just spending more money on the same products that you could be buying that are bad for you. So that is all of the menstrual advice that I can give you. I don't want to make this video too terribly long, and I'm already at like 7 minutes, so I'm going to go into natural remedies for your PMS symptoms. This is actually a rather short section just because there is not a whole lot you can do. Everybody is different. However, these are just some tips to kind of help curb some of that sickness and cramping. So the first thing is to avoid polyunsaturated omega-6 fats. And I know that sounds like a mouthful, at least in large amounts, but basically what that means is vegetable oil. Some healthy alternative oils are coconut oil and olive oil. Those are usually when you're cooking, so if you're making fries or if you're buying fries, make sure that you're getting things that are very low in the polyunsaturated omega-6 fats. The second most important thing is to get yourself a good amount of sleep, because that is usually the reason that your cramps are so bad, is because your body is tense. You're not allowing it to get that rest and to rebuild itself. Naps are an excellent option if you are not getting enough sleep during the night. The third tip of advice I have for you are natural menstrual options. So that covers like the chemicals in tampons, using the Diva cup. The chemicals in tampons can actually throw your balance off and intensify your cramps. So sometimes these products that you're using that you don't even know are hurting you can actually be hurting you so much more than you even realize. And that can lead to like really intense cramps, nausea, dizziness. So keep that in mind. That can also be a huge reason why your cramps are so bad. Excessive exercising can actually be very detrimental to your cramps. Some articles that I read said to avoid extended running and cardio exercises, and rather, if you still feel the need to exercise when you're on your period, opt for something a little bit lower maintenance, so like yoga or walking or swimming is an excellent option. But those are all of the tips that I have for you guys. Make sure to take care of your body. Sleep is a huge, huge option. I know almost every single article that I read said sleep is #1. Make sure you're getting enough sleep, and that's going to help. But that's all I've got to say on periods for this time. I will be doing a period part 2 that kind of goes more into depth with some of these things. I will leave all of the links in the description below, and I love you guys, and I hope that you have a good rest of your day. Thank you again for being patient and tuning in. Bye!